In this video we continue with the eBay splitter and side skirt kit, and I also remove the rest of the OEM induction piping. Alright YouTube, so this is the continuation of the last video. I've got to do the side skirts and the rear spats, and I'm also going to remove the resonator box and a couple of pipes left over from when I did my cold air induction kit. And then we'll do some cinematics so you can see the whole kit together and see how awesome it looks. Alright, so that's the front pretty much done. I've put some more tech screws in. Needs a bit of a clean up, a bit mucky in there. Yeah, quite pleased with that. Hopefully it lasts and doesn't come flying straight off. So I've just started looking at the side stuff. So I'm going to have to put it on, or measure it up, and then I'll have to cut a bit off the end, I think. It won't be bang on 2 meters. I think it's slightly less. And what I will have to do is cut a little bits out where the jack-in points are. So I had a quick look through the instructions. Yes, there is actually instructions. What it seems to be is, so you've got little bolts to go in here to attach the, might help if I point the camera the right way. So you've got 2 little bolts to attach that. I'll probably put some super glue in there again. And then once you're actually attaching it to the car, you've got these sort of bracing bits. So you'll have one there, you'll have one over the other end where it attaches to this one, and you seem to just have, wherever you then put your screws, you put more of these bracing plates. Seems very straightforward, famous last words. So it's a bit of a shame I've got to cut a bit out for the jacking points, but there we are. It's to be expected. Alright, so I've just measured up where the jacking point is on the rear. It's borderline whether you need to even cut anything out because the kind of jacking points here. I mean, probably need a little strip because of the shape of your axle stands or whatever kind of jack you're using. But I'm just going to cut a little bit extra just to be sure. I've measured the other side. Well, I haven't measured it. I'm assuming it's the same place on both sides. That assumption might come back to bite me on the arse, but you would have thought so. So anyway, I'm going to cut the other side out at the same time. I've also measured how far the front one is from the back, because you obviously can't measure from the front because this whole thing, once you put all 3 bits together, is longer than what you need. I think I'll have to cut about 10 centimeters off. So I'll assemble it all together roughly, then measure from the back. I'll know how much, whereabouts to cut the front, on the front section. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this with a Dremel quickly. There we go. All attached and bits cut out. Put some super glue in there as like the front splitter. Try and hold it together a bit better, hopefully. So yeah, this offer it up to the car. Well, start screwing it in, I guess. It's a bit of a shame that I'm gonna have to cut somewhere around here because you won't have the nice finish to it, nice end bit. But there we are, not much you can do about it. Right, there's the side skirt on. Can't get a very good angle because my back's up against the wall at the moment. So I started in line with the wheel arch, obviously, and then I pushed this sort of fin up against the existing OEM side skirt, and I basically just tack screwed my way along. So I've used these little brackets that came with it, and I've used one at the other join further down. The easiest way I found, get the back where you want it, put a tack screw in there because then it can pivot off that, and then sort of hold I had blocks of wood under it, as you can see, just holding it up against the car, and then I made sure I got that bit in the right place, stuck another tack screw in, and then maybe another one about halfway just to hold it in place, and then I put loads in afterwards. One good thing about putting tech screws everywhere is I was able to pull the arch trim that way a bit to close up this gap, because there's a giant gap there, and just chuck a couple of tech screws in there to make it look a bit tidier. It's not quite all the way, but it's better than what it was. So obviously you have to take those screws out if you want to take the arch trim off. If we have a little look down here, you can see where I cut a section out for the jacking points. So the front's like that, and it worked out alright. It's obviously got a axle stand there, so it still fits fine. Right, so that's a lot quicker on the front for obvious reasons, but now we have to go and do the left, and I've got even less room over there. Well, that was really uncomfortable. Bloody hell, I make it hard for myself sometimes. I'm not a small guy, and that is a really small space. So yeah, don't be a dickhead like me. Actually think about where you're going to put your car, especially if you put it in a garage. And yeah, leave yourself plenty of room. So it's done now, so it's all good. I just got to cut the end off that sticks into the wheel arch at the front, which I've done on the other side already. I just need to get a file on the other side and just tidy up a little bit. But yeah, pretty pleased with that. It looks pretty good. I shall show you. We'll show you now, and then I'll show you after as well. Apologies, it's going to be a bit dark in here. So yeah, I just got to cut that. I'm just going to follow the line of the car like I did on the other side. So as you can see, I can't really get around the back to do those little spats that I bought. So I'll have to get the car out, and I'll probably just jack the back up, and I might not even need to jack the back up actually. I'm hoping the backs will be easy. I haven't even held them up against the car to see where they fit, because I can't get around there, but we shall see. So what I'll do at the end, just to give you a proper look at all the splitters and side skirts I've done, is I'll get the car out the garage, and I'll do some cinematics for a change. There we go. I've just cut along there, and I just used a file to tidy it up. It should do, I think. Right, so I forgot I was supposed to be taking out the remains of the air intake system, like the OEM one. Completely forgot about that. I think that was one of the reasons I was trying to get the bumper off, so I could take it out through the front. Oh well, I'm going to see if I can take it out through the wheel arch, or maybe through the front. What I'm going to do is take some of the homemade induction kit off. Let me spin the camera around. So what I might just do is take a bit of this off, so I can remove the that bracket there that the battery used to sit on. I've been meaning to do that for a while, but I haven't done that. And I'm wondering, because you can see a bit of the black pipe there, and it goes off through the side of the car. So once I remove that big bracket there, it'll give me a bit more of a view of what I need to do. So yeah, let's take a bit of that induction kit off, and then get rid of that bloody bracket, and a bit of weight reduction, eh? Right, so the first two bolts were nice and easy, as you'd expect. Well, there we are. That one and that one. Just need a decent extension. The one that's... Sorry, that's not very light. There's basically one in the side. So kind of going into the chassis that way, but just down off the edge there, which is not too bad. Once you loosen it with a spanner, I was then able to get all these extensions in this little one of these things where you can sort of rotate, I don't know, like 10 degrees either direction. And I just went in from underneath down here, and sort of effectively underneath the bracket. I managed to get to that one, and that came undone nice and easy. So the fourth bolt wasn't too bad. I managed to get my 12mm spanner just under there, just to get it moving. And then, with just a basic sort of, I don't know, 7-inch extension, I was able to come in from underneath the bracket and just wind it out. So there we go. That's free from the chassis now. Just feels like it's got a cable attached to it underneath. So I should try and figure out how to get that undone. That little bracket there, what was stopping me from being able to get it out once I got those 4 bolts out. That was just a little 10mm bolt. I'll have to see whether I can attach that somewhere else or just leave it. So this is what you can see from the top. So what's quite interesting is the other two, all you need to do is slacken them off a bit and then you should be able to lift it up. I didn't realise because you can't actually see those slotted holes there. So yeah, you don't need to take them all the way out to better lift this out. I have to weigh that. That'll be a whole 1 kilo weight reduction or half kilo. I don't know. It all counts though, doesn't it? So you can see the last bit there, which goes under the bodywork. Well, not the bodywork. It goes underneath the chassis. And it's over there as well, which it would have connected up to here. So yeah, I think it's going to have to be a wheel arch off or slightly off. I don't know. We should find out. Right, so there's a lot more to this than I thought. I should have realised. I've seen this before, but I didn't really acknowledge it last time I had the wheel arch off. So yeah, I think it's quite a big system. So I'll leave that box as part of it because it's like a resonator system, I think. So I'm hoping it's just that bolt I can undo to free it up, and hopefully I can squeeze it out of here. Typically it's on the side of the car where I've got absolutely no room. So wheel arch off is pretty obvious really. There's 3 screws down there on mine. There was like a Torque, the T20 one up there. And then just loads of plastic clips. Be prepared to break lots of plastic clips, so make sure you stock up. So typically, it wasn't just that bolt holding it in. It's attached somewhere else I can't quite see. I think it's in there somewhere. So unless I can get to it, no. Right, so there's the final bolt. What a pain in the ass. Well, kind of. It's kind of situated that way round in the car. So as you can see, what I tried doing first was cutting away the other pipe, which took a while, but I managed to get there with a hacksaw. So I managed to remove the other bits of pipe, and I thought, oh, once they're gone, I better see or get access to this one, but no. What I should have done, if I had any kind of memory, was to undo that last bolt when the bumper was hanging off, because you can come in kind of where the horn is with like a 10mm socket, probably about, I don't know, 12 inches of extensions, and undoes, and then yeah, comes out easy. So I tried doing it without taking the bumper off, but I should have just done it, because the wheel arch was off already, so you kind of halfway there, you just had to pop it off again. So yeah, I should have done that instead of pissing around trying to cut bits off. But there we are, I do this so you don't have to. Right, so it's time to get the last little bits on. The rear spats. I had a quick, I offered them up earlier to see what they look like. And they're not too bad actually. Not perfect, but I think they look alright actually. So yeah, I'm hoping I can get my little electric screwdriver underneath without actually having to jack the car up at all. Fingers crossed. So I must admit, I really like the car with all those bits on. I think it looks pretty damn awesome. How long they'll last, don't know. They're pretty cheap, so maybe not that long, we shall see. So don't forget to go and check out all those other cool channels out there, like Robster VTech, Barnsley Honda FN2, Dino Days, Cowbunga Car Diaries, Type R Tweaks, there's loads of them. So yeah, go and check all those guys out as well. As for this one, thanks for watching as always. Please like and subscribe, hit the old notifications bell, chuck a comment down below, and I shall see you on the next one. Cheers guys.